What's up guys, thank you for watching JGTechBlog, and for today's video we're going to be doing a full review of the all-new Samsung J7. This model I have in my hands is from Metro PCS, but Boost Mobile also has its own version. The only difference is the processor, and we'll talk about that later on in the video. When I first seen this phone, I automatically thought it was a Samsung Note 2 because it looks exactly like that phone. It also reminded me of the phones that I used to see when I go overseas to third world countries. The reason for that is because the phones look and feel plastic all around. Now that wouldn't really matter because the pros of this phone outweigh the cons. And not to mention, many people will just put a case on top and never worry about the plastic finish anyway. So you have a chrome aluminum finish on the side of the phone that makes it look like metal, but all of it is plastic. One thing I want to put out there is because this is a big phone with a 5.5 inch screen, for those coming from smaller phones, get ready to start using two hands to control the phone, especially for those with small hands. To me, that's a big no-no, and I love texting with one hand. I know some people don't mind that, so to each their own preference. At the bottom you have the microphone, headphone jack, and micro USB port. On the right you have the power button, and on the left you have the volume rocker. From the back you have a 13 megapixel camera with flash and the speakers that unfortunately sound like $5 knockoff speakers you can honestly buy from your local flea market. This also does have a removable battery, so you can take off the back, and you have your SIM card slot and SD card slot that allows you to upgrade to 128 GB of external memory. On the front of the device you have the 5 megapixel front facing camera with LED flash and the proximity sensor at the top, and towards the bottom you have the home button and back and recent capacitor buttons that actually don't have any backlights. The screen itself is a 5.5 inch 720p AMOLED display that's standard high definition, not quad HD, but it still looks amazing. You will enjoy watching videos on the J7 because the AMOLED display gives you vibrant and saturated colors with deep blacks and great contrast. Even if you were outside and wanted to watch a video, you no longer have to cover the screen with your hand to see the display. You have an outdoor setting that makes your screen super bright. The only downside to that though is it kills your battery super fast, so make sure to turn it off when you're not using it. I actually did a battery test with that setting on. If you want to check out that video, I will have it in the description or at the end of this video. Talking about the battery, that is the one thing that makes this phone a beast. It has a 3000 milliamp hour battery that will not only give you a longer battery life, but because the display is a standard high definition and has an Exynos 7580 processor, it doesn't consume that much power, giving you one of the best battery life I have seen on a mid-range phone at this size. Speaking of the processors though, I have to mention that there has been a lot of people complaining lately that the Boost model with the Snapdragon 615 processor has been overheating. If you want to know more about that issue, I have linked a video in the description and at the end of the video. Another great thing about this phone is that a lot of people always complain that Metro phones don't have a lot of internal memory. Well, this is going to be different with this phone and the LG K10. This phone has 16 GB of internal memory, and the Marshmallow operating system takes around 5 GB, so it leaves you a little over 10 GB of usable space. That's a lot compared to the other mid-range phones that Metro usually carries. The phone does have 2 GB of RAM, so it gives you very smooth and fast experience, even when playing games or doing multitasking. A cool feature that allows you to access the camera app very fast is by double tapping the home button. The app has the Auto Pro Panorama mode, and the pictures are taken with no lag at all. And now, although the 13 megapixel camera doesn't have laser autofocus or image stabilization, I was surprised at the amazing quality of the photos it took. They had great color reproduction and dynamic range, even when in low light. Yes, they did start to get noisy and making it look broken down, but honestly I'm surprised this mid-range phone was even able to pick up this much light during nighttime. So I got to give Samsung some credit. The pictures of the 5 megapixel front facing camera look extra sharp and with amazing detail. As for the video quality, it's really not that bad at 1080p, but no 4K video recording. Some more cool things to know about this phone is a smart manager that makes the phone more efficient to your needs. You have an FM radio, hundreds of themes to pick from to completely change the look of the phone, and most importantly, in my all-time favorite, the amazing battery saver feature that allows you to keep the phone on for hours and hours, even with only 20% or less on the phone. Alright guys, there you have it. I hope this was a helpful video. This is one of my first reviews at this quality. Usually it's research the phone, pull out the camera and start recording. But I pushed myself to go further than that and actually upgrade the production of my reviews. And man, oh man, do I have so much respect for those to my fellow tech YouTubers now. The amount of time it takes to make a video like this is insane. This video took me over 1 week to fully research and test the phone, write the script, get the B-roll shots, record the audio, edit the video, and then upload it. I want to know you guys' opinion. Does it make a difference if the video is made in this type of production, or a normal on-the-spot review? Doesn't really matter as long as the information about the product I'm reviewing is clear. Please let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for watching.